he's given me another reference for you. And it seems very like a peaceful, a place. I don't know why I'm seeing it. I see things in such funny ways. If you knew the way it came in my head, you would die. So like the state Vermont, and I've got this stupid Snoopy Woodstock reference. Like Woodstock.
You are incredible. I work for the Woodstock Inn and Resort in Woodstock, Vermont. How do I get to where I need to go? Is that okay?
Yeah. I think what we said yesterday was, you feel like there's more out there. There's more that you want to do with your life, more that you want to experience. You're feeling a little stuck, like you don't know which way to step, which way to go, what to do, stay in Florida, move away. Do I, just what is the path for me to live my best life? Is that generally what?
Yeah. And I want to know if I'm doing it alone.
All right. Okay. Billie, you have kids. Do you have 2 kids?
Yep.
Okay. B names like you?
Yep.
B? Okay. Who's Randy?
That's my husband who passed away.
Bingo. Okay. I think we got Randy for a visit too. All right.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, obviously has a couple of things to that's where the B names are coming from. Is he the father of these kids?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's acknowledging that. All right. Let's see. Boy and girl. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And a lot of this is just going to be just understand the way this stuff will come in initially is just for you to be able to get comfortable to know that this is who it is, right? And that it's there and for you. That's it. So some of this stuff will just be for that, because things that I wouldn't necessarily know at all because I don't know you. So they'll just feed me a little bit, or you do through them. It's very interesting. Okay. And just so that you know who's here and that it's real, and then you can kind of pay attention to what it is that they're wanting to talk to you about. And this definitely, there's a chuckle here. Was he kind of like a finance guy?
Yes.
Money, financial guy? Okay. Yeah.
Good.
All right. So I can get that really clearly from him. Handsome guy, good looking guy. Just so you know, right now, that he's saying, what you went through. Let's see, was it 2013?
God damn, you're right.
Okay. Yeah, he's just telling me that what you went through there. He's just kind of acknowledging that, and he's chuckling a little bit and saying, you certainly can see how much better your life is, and that this was really perfect, and all of it was designed and it was intentional by all of you for him to check out when he did. He's perfectly happy to do that. It was time for him. He was completely finished, and he's just saying it was the right time and it was the way for you. And hold on. Brittany?
They call her name's Brittany. They call her Bree.
Oh, that's why. Because I'm like, get Brittany Bree. And I'm thinking, are these 2? Because we said a boy and a girl. Okay. Is she like super athletic?
Oh God, yes, she's fun.
Okay. Yeah, he's just saying, it's so exciting to him that, like she's athletic and like this is really cool woman. So like, what is it? Cycling, skiing, like there's a bunch of sports. Okay. And then there's, right. Hold on, just don't say anything. Let me just see what he's trying to tell me. Is it Brian? No, Brandon.
Yes, Brandon.
Okay, Brandon. Does Brandon kind of musical?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's cool. All right. So just wanting to let you know, I mean, he's super excited about them and who they are and what your life with them has been like since he took off.
Yeah.
And it was all perfect. And you went through a lot. I think, you know, like what he's showing me. So suicide, right? Yeah. I think you maybe have told me that before.
Yeah.
So, you know, some of the confusion, some of the anger, some of that, you know, all that stuff. Great, fine. But just know that he's never left you. He's saying he has been with you guys, right next to you. And what he's telling me to tell you is, look at this. I'm right here. The minute that you opened up for somebody to let me talk to you, I'm right here. I have not missed a thing. He hasn't missed anything, and is so much relief, so much happiness, so much joy, so much love compared to what he allowed himself to experience in life. Right. And he's completely recognizing just how great his life was, and how wonderful you guys are, and how perfect it's been when he stepped out. And that while there have been struggles, he's acknowledging that was all just the way you chose to look at it. And he's going to help you walk here and change the way you're looking at going forward. Right. Okay. So that's all he's trying to tell you. Does this resonate with you a little bit?
Definitely.
Okay. He's, oh shit. Sorry. They do this to me. They give me emotion to tell me, just so that I can describe what they feel. And they only give me a little bit. I can't contain it. It's so amazing. This feeling is this combination of knowing you, knowing the children, love, respect, admiration for just who you are. And he's amazed by you. And it's overwhelming to me. I can't contain it. So he hasn't ever left you, and he's helped you and guided you, and you know it. You know, there have been moments. There are times you've shut it out and shut him out for sure. Yeah. And he says that's perfectly okay. He's never going to stop talking. And on those occasions when you just know that you've had a conversation or you've felt something about him, it is him. And he is there, and he's sending you things, little things. You, what is this? Are you kind of outdoorsy, like Colorado mountain?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's laughing. He's like, Colorado, like they're like college or something. Did he go to school? You did? Okay. Colorado. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, he's saying, especially in those times, he's sending little things to you, little, what is it? Is it like it's like a small animal or bird or something that you're seeing a lot, especially in those times? That's him. He's sending that to you to let you know he's there, and he's doing that all the time, so that you don't ever have to feel alone. You're not. You are never, ever, ever alone. He is not left. He did not leave and go up. He just stepped to the side. Okay. Yeah. Just a little out of your vision.
That's different. Okay. All right.
Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So this is interesting. I've got something else here too, as well, but I'm going to keep going because this stuff goes kind of fast sometimes. So, let's see. Is there somebody else in your family that's a Brandon, like a
Brett?
What?
There's a Brett.
A Brett.
Okay. That is my stepson, older.
Okay, your stepson. Okay, Brett. I was like, why would there be two? Like a brother, Brand. Okay, Brett. That's what it is. Okay, all right. So we've got that, and then somebody else that he seems to like. I can't tell if it's family or not. Is there somebody named Max?
That's my daughter's new husband.
Okay, all right. That's he. Yeah, there's something there. He's like congratulatory or excited about Max and that.
Great
So that
guy.
must be very, very exciting, right? So
Yeah.
okay. All right. That's what I'm seeing. And then what is this? He's got this stuff about your daughter that's fun too. And all the music with Brandon. Did Brandon live in like on the West Coast?
Yes.
Okay. Like California, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. And then but it seems like your daughter's more mountains, like in the middle.
Yeah.
Like Iowa or Idaho, something like that.
Yes, Idaho. You are so good.
I've got something else here too, which feels very much like a spirit, kind of a spirit guide as well.
Yeah.
That's also getting ready to fire on you a little bit, but I'm letting Randy, he's like, he's kind of teasing with me like Randy, but he's like Randall Lee. He's fun. He's
Randall Lee.
Randall Lee.
Randall Lee.
Okay.
Buckley is
okay. Yeah, that's his. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's not Booth. Yeah. Okay.
No, the kids are all Buckley, and I went back to my maiden name.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. And and the money and the finance. So he must have really been into that. That was his career. Yeah.
He did very, very well. And that's one of the reasons why he killed himself. He lost it all.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what part of what he was saying is all of what you went through, all the circumstances, it was all designed. It was all perfect. He was complete. He didn't, all death is a suicide. I believe that too, but he's firing that on me as well. Everybody, it's always a suicide. That's just his was that way, but it was absolutely designed and agreed upon before you guys ever got together. Pre-birth, you agreed that you were going to do this.
Really?
Together. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Pre-birth, we had
pre-birth intention.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then death was intention also? I mean, was that how it was supposed to end up?
Yeah. It was all planned. You guys agreed that you were going to do this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what he's telling me, and I've heard this before with someone else. And this is okay. he kind of talks a little fast.
Oh yeah, he's a talker.
Yeah. So pre-birth intention, and you and I can speak a little bit about where you are within yourself spiritually, what types of things you believe, where your mind is it more along the lines of a particular religion? Are you just those types of things? Because I think this conversation is going to go there for you. So just beware, because the spirit guide is already given me some things here. So pre-birth intention, you may or may not believe in that, but I talk to a lot of dead people. So I do now, because they say it a lot. They tell me this a lot. Before you both came into non-physical, and one of your agreements was, if we meet up, we are going to be this for each other. I'm going to teach you this. You're going to teach me this. We may have a purpose of let's get together and have children and experience that, right? This is what he's telling me. This pre-birth intention was that you were not going to, if your relationship got to a point where you were not going to continue on the path toward your intentions, that he would jump. He would say, okay, if we'll get together, we'll do this for a bit, and either I'm going to help you go on your journey, or if our relationship stops you, I'm going to leave, and then you can go on your journey. That's what happened.
Huh.
It was all agreed upon, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Amazing. You guys are eternally connected, and he's laughing that when you transition, you're going to not believe who he is. You're going to laugh. So, and I've heard that many times before too. that you guys know each other. You've done this many times, and it's just another game you played, and it's quick, and he's telling you your life is a blink of an eye, a blink of an eye. So, and he's right there. So he's giving me another reference for you. And it seems very like a peaceful, a place. I don't know why I'm seeing it. I see things in such funny ways. If you knew the way it came in my head, you would die. So like the state Vermont, and I've got this stupid Snoopy Woodstock reference. Like Woodstock.
You are incredible. I work for the Woodstock Inn and Resort in Woodstock, Vermont.
There is a place called Woodstock, Vermont. Okay.
Yeah, so I work for them remotely in Florida.
Okay.
And
that's who you work for now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I've lived there. I've lived in Woodstock, Vermont.
Okay. And well, what he's saying is apparently from his perspective, what I'm getting is that this place is like it must be really beautiful, and it gives you a lot of peace there. And it's at this place or in this location, generally where you've been the most open to hear him.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because the kids are gone. I don't have,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now he is tied in here with this spirit guide that I've got. And it is an interesting visual. This spirit guide is like let's see if I can get a name. It almost looks like a very jeweled up, bedazzled cat with a thing, I know that sounds freaky as heck. I've never believed in this either until I started seeing this stuff and getting it. So we're going to write this name down, or I will, and you can hear it. I've got a name for this spirit guide. And oddly, Randy is the one giving me the name and like, almost like introducing me. This is a spirit guide. This is something really prominent in you and sort of leading you right now. You have millions of them. Okay. People have millions of spirit guides. It's just sometimes certain ones are more forward. So the name is Bastet, B-A-S-T-E-T, right? Is that right?
B-A-S-T-E-T.
P-A-S-T-E-T.
And like boy.
Bastet. Yeah, B as in boy. B-A-S-T-E-T. I have no idea what that means, but whatever. We'll see if we can. Sometimes you can Google these things and you're like, wow, you can see. It's very interesting.
Wow.
So, and what they want to move to, Billie, right now is let's talk a little bit about spirituality and how you see it, because what you are embarking on right now, it appears to me, is although you have been on a spiritual journey, what you're asking for and what you're doing right now, what you're wanting is a very getting to know yourself, internal spiritual path. So that's where you're headed. Do you have a feeling? Do you have a spiritual practice? Do you have a religion? Do you do anything like that?
I read before I get out of bed, and it's about gratitude.
Okay.
And I give thanks for everything I have. My life is so simple compared to the way it was when Randy and I lived in Connecticut, New York City, or New Hampshire, whatever, Colorado. But I do thanks, and I do know that I'm always being helped or guided. I never knew who that was.
Right.
But even though I live paycheck to paycheck, and I'm constantly making sure I'm not overdrawn, I know I'll be okay. I just know that. So I just know I'll be okay.
Okay.
When that happens. There's people that have come into my life recently that some of them are really jerks.
Yeah.
But I've become very like, whatever, just because I know I'm okay.
Right.
I might even be standoffish with people because maybe I don't want a relationship with somebody. I don't know. But I don't know if I answered your question.
I think we're going to get to that. I feel like, that's part of the reason that Randy came in. Significant relationship, husband, father of your children. Who better to kind of walk you through this than him, is what he's saying. He's giving me goosebumps all over the place. He's so excited to do this, and that you're hearing him. He has been trying to talk to you for, since 2013 is what he told me. So it's great. You've heard it. You've been aware. He's just wanting to tell you, when you think it might be him, when you think you think a thought, he's saying, it is me. I'm right here. So you're right. You're always being led. You have a lot of spirit guides. This Bastet that seems to be stepping forward right now is it's like being introduced to me by him. And this is something they're going to share. So we're going to go back and forth between this spirit guide speaking to you and then him interjecting in more of a human sense of the word. And so just, we're just going to let it go. So I'm going to start scribbling here. Yes, they're saying you are always led. Okay. This is coming in a block of thought. So hang on a second. All right. Sometimes aspects of life fall apart and don't go to plan. This is so they can come back together in a beautiful new way. Your spirit guide, this is the words. Trust in the goodness, in the inevitable blessing of your destiny falling into place.
Okay.
Okay. Do not trust your fear. Put your faith in the love of your heart, and a heartfelt desire is manifesting. Okay. That's the block of thought I just had to translate. So I've got something else that I get to do you meditate, Billie? Do you ever meditate?
Not as much as I used to. I used to go every Monday night to do that.
Okay.
Like 2 hours, but not now.
This wanting to know what is next for you, knowing that there's more wanting to attract this next relationship for you, is very much about you raising your vibration, or in essence, Randy's laughing, your perspective of yourself. Do you understand in terms of spirituality, raising your vibration, lowering, you understand, you've heard, you hear that Abraham Hicks, different things. So this path, the first step, and man, this is so common. The first step for you is to meditate. Meditate, 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 meditate. If at first you can only do 5 minutes, then do 5 minutes. But if you've done it before, you know generally how to do it. You generally understand how to meditate, how to follow your breath. Yes. And watch it go back and forth. And what Bastet is insisting on is when your mind starts to wander in a meditation, for now, all you want to do is treat it like you treated one of your children when they were toddlers. You don't get upset with yourself. You don't yell at your mind for doing anything. You simply go out, grab it, bring it back in. Come on, come on, come on. We're coming back in. We're going to watch our breath. The minute it runs away again, you are gently going to bring it back. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Are you watching the lights behind me go back and blink on and off? I can see them.
No, I didn't see that.
So this is daily. And if you can do it 2 times a day, that's where you need to be. Meditation right now is critical for you. The first thing, and I have gotten this, I have probably my person I'm closest to in the whole world, I have gotten this meditation for him a couple of times, and it is 528 megahertz. So 528 Hz is what you would type into YouTube or into Insight Timer. Those are meditation apps. That 528 megahertz is I'm not a big chakra person. I don't know if you are. I mean, some of that stuff is always been a little out there to me, but I'm more and more starting to understand. All it is an access point of energy, because it's all you are is energy. But that meditation, that vibration, 528 Hz, is this heart solar plexus chakra. This is where they're telling me they want you to go.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know the word mandala? Mandala? I don't. So that's the reason I'm asking you. This is the word that you are being given. What is a mandala for you? We're gonna need to look that up. Yeah, okay. Apparently, oh, it's not mandala, it's mandala. They're saying to me, mandala. Okay, sorry. I'm seeing the spelling. I'm not hearing it, but Randy's like mandala. So I can see a picture of it. I can see what they are. It's almost like a geometric shape and design, lots of designs going on in it. It looks colorful, and they're telling me there's different kinds of them. But what it represents, oh, wow. Okay. It represents a spiritual journey, and it's starting from the outside to the inner core. And this is important for you. This mandala. Ooh, okay. You're gonna be Googling this mandala. There's something for you to start with here. So meditation obviously is really big for you, but what these words are, I'm so sorry that I don't know what these mean, and I think they'll help me, but 40-day sabhana, Sabhana, 40-day sabhana, and it relates to mandala. What are they telling me? This 40-day sabhana relating to mandala. Its purpose is to help. Okay, Randy's going to help me out here. To help transform an ordinary mind into an enlightened mind, is what he's saying, and to assist with healing, and to understand that healing does not imply that something is broken. Healing implies becoming. Healing is becoming. It is not fixing something that's broken.
Okay.
I already know that. He's just reiterating that for you.
He was so not spiritual. This is cracking me up.
Crazy, right? And that's why he's laughing. That's why he's giving me the money thing and the suit.
Oh, he used to hate it when I went to my meditation classes. He would refuse to babysit, and now.
Right. That's why he had to do this. This is really funny. This is what you need right now. This is what you're asking for. The path to it is this. The path is going from outside here and looking at what's outside you to inside. This is very quick for you. This is not something, we're not talking about a 10-year journey. In fact, he's going to tease you about your age. Jesus, you look great if he's telling me how old you are. I'm thinking you're probably my age, and I'm 56. And he's saying, no, you're 70. Is that right?
Yeah.
You look freaking amazing.
I have a sense of humor, I guess.
He's laughing. He's like, she's thinking that she doesn't have time for all this shit, but this is the shit. He said, this is the stuff. This is it. What she wants is not someone outside of her. She wants to get to this. From in here is where she's going to attract that person that is the match for her for the rest of her time here. But it can't be done until she changes her perspective on herself. Understood?
Okay.
Does this mean something to you?
Not really.
Not yet?
No.
Yep. It's
a good thing. It's a good thing. I think everybody should do that.
You know? Right, you do, but it's very few people ask. And to get it this specifically, this meditate twice a day, whatever this mandala is, and this 40-day sabhana, whatever it is that your spirit guide and this are giving me, this is something for you, like a direct path. You want to know how to do it. You want to know what do I do? How do I take my next step? They are specifically telling you exactly what to do. So here's another thing. He's saying love is who you are. All right. Love, he's saying you are love. So is he. You aren't, you know that you're loving, you enjoy your life, you've traveled, you have friends, are you an artist?
I went to school for art.
Okay. Like, yeah, he's like, that's, that whole, I don't know what I see. It's almost like Tiffany glass or something, but it's artsy, painting, that kind of thing, like fine art, that sort of thing. So, and these, this part of you, he's saying you like who you are. You're not understanding that you are love and that you have everything you need inside you. The more that you go inside, he's saying love, or inside you, finding you, is your path to the transformational, the alchemical, and the miraculous. That's where he's telling you to go. Inside, follow that, get to know her, get quiet, go in here, lean there. That's your path to the transformation and the miraculous that you want to see, the relationship you want to experience. Yeah, it's not, he's laughing. It's not match.com. It's not leaving Florida, staying in Florida. Do anything you want to do. Follow anything you want to do in the moment. It doesn't matter where you are, because you're taking you. So he's saying that your heart, what is he saying? Is this the spirit guide? Your heart going inside here, that's your access to a wisdom that's far more powerful for you than logic. This in here is more powerful than your logic, than thinking your way over an obstacle, than trying to make a decision. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I do this online profile? Do I not? Do I go on this blind date? Do I not? Is this the guy for me? Is it not? None of it matters. What your answer is that your heart, this inside you, that's where every bit of your wisdom is. There's no need for you to make a decision. You're going where you're going. The relationship, this thing that you want to manifest, is coming. You have to be ready, and you're not yet. This person is magnificent. This person will challenge you. You will have to rise to this person, but you have to be ready.
Okay.
Get yourself ready. That's what he's saying. Wow. Okay. Did you guys spend a lot of time like entertaining people, or going to like events and little dinner parties and things like that? Neither one of you particularly wanted to be there, but we're sort of like had to. Is that the thing? Yeah. So he's sort of showing me that and dragging and going, and really what he's telling me is more time dancing with you in the kitchen would have been far superior to that. No idea. Does that mean anything to you?
Dancer.
Huh?
He was a crappy dancer.
That's why this is funny. He's saying more time just dancing with you in the kitchen would have been far superior to that. Live that way. He's telling me, follow what you want to do. You're doing a beautiful job of doing that now. Now go inside here. The rest of your answers are here. This relationship, the place that you want to live, all of these things, the way that your life is going to unfold is coming to you. Get ready for it. Get inside and get ready. The more you can do to get ready, the faster you will recognize that relationship. You will know it when it shows up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I have
right.
a question. This is for Randy. If I can ask this question.
Yeah, sometimes they'll answer, sometimes go ahead. Let's see what he says.
What happened to Philip Yang and why did you lose that account?
Wow. So there's something very, very illegal here.
Oh.
Wow. He was somewhat involved inadvertently. Can't get this totally. I don't think he's going to give it to me as clearly as everything else. When you say Philip Yang, why does that feel like more than one person?
Philip Yang was one of his biggest clients.
Oh, is it a company?
Yeah. So Philip Yang, I don't know if he owned the company or
okay.
Owned
That's why the reference. I'm thinking you meant a guy, Philip Yang. I mean, I'm like, okay, Philip Yang.
Well, it is Philip Yang. He lives in Miami, but he had a big company, I think, in New Jersey.
Okay. There's definitely something illegal there, something that was not above board. Randy somehow was involved, and from what I can tell, what he's trying to show me is that it feels like changing his mind or backing out or something. It was perceived like he wasn't a team player.
Randy wasn't a team player? Okay.
Like there was something he isn't like, wow. That's what it feels like. It's more emotion that I'm getting. I get a lot of emotion from them and it helps me to guide. He's just feeding me sort of an emotion and a little bit of the visual is Philip Yang, but I've got like all sorts of people, like 20, 25 people that he's showing me. And I'm like, Philip Yang, why is Philip Yang all these people? Mm-hmm. Something going on there was not above board. I can't get the sense of, was it really illegal or was it murder or was it white collar? I don't know. There's something was amiss there. Somehow I think Randy was connected to it in some way and then chose not to be, which would have maybe caused some things to be a problem. And that is why it appeared that he didn't have their best interest at heart. Like you're not working for us. You don't have our best interest at heart. You're fired. Okay. Yeah, that's as close as I can get. Does that help you at all?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does any of it resonate for you?
No, because I didn't know the company.
You didn't know? Okay.
I met Philip Yang, but I didn't know anything about the company. He was the main supporter. And once he pulled out, then that's when Randy started to fall apart financially.
Okay. Yeah. So there's something you might be able to follow this trail, Billie, if you want to. But there's something, and what he's saying is that he's laughing and saying it was perfect. It's exactly what needed, what was supposed to happen. It was what needed to happen. And even apparently, because of that, some of your financial situation when he died was probably not great. It was a little, for you, it was a little tough. Right. And even that, all that, what he was giving me it was perfect. It was a way that you were going to become who you are and go on this path that you would never have done had he stayed. Yeah. And he did it for you.
I believe that.
I did this all for you. And you are, that emotion that he gave me of respect and admiration and so much love and so much knowing who you are. that your perspective on yourself is so far beneath what his perspective is on you. And what he's wanting to do is help you go inside and know yourself the way he knows you, so that you can bring your perspective up and match this person that is clearly coming for you.
Okay.
So it will be joyful and fun and not painful and difficult and challenging.
Another painful thing. I was married when I was 21 and the guy just walked out. Just walked out. I got divorced. Huh? He just walked out. I said, are you having an affair? And he just picked up and left. And the state of Colorado, finally, I got divorced because they tried to find him 3 times and they couldn't.
Wow.
Talk about, I was like 84 pounds depressed. That guy, I think he's still alive, but I'm wondering why. There was no closure to that.
Right. Why did he
just leave like that? That's so mean.
I mean, it feels like it is. And it feels like there's no closure. And, Randy's still kind of hanging here and, shaking his head in that, it's all part of actually even where you are now. This guy couldn't have done anything else. And was he having an affair? Several.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Several.
Yeah.
And he got married and it wasn't personal to you. He just realized that this is not me. I do not want to be married. And he was a chicken shit. And he couldn't tell you, so he just left. It's nothing to do with you. Yeah, and Randy's like, you need to let that go. This guy was a dipshit. You don't worry about it. He just freaked out. I can't do this. Didn't know how to face it. Obviously, he couldn't face anything. And he just left. It would have been, too hard. You would have talked him into staying. He didn't want to. He was like, I can't do this. He was just afraid. He was just afraid, and it was perfect for you. Exactly what got you here today.
Yeah, that's true.
Without him, without him doing that just the way he did it, you wouldn't have, give it to me, Brandon and Brittany back and forth. You wouldn't have them. And every little thing that, that has led you here is all perfect. It's all part of that. And it seems mean, but it was exactly what you needed to overcome, what you needed to see, so you could go, Jesus, and realize, especially now, it had zero to do with you. Zero. It was just that guy freaking out. Like, all of a sudden he's married you and was great with that. But the minute that he was, every other woman in the world became something he couldn't have. And then it was like prison, and it wasn't you. It was just, oh wait, I signed up for something I don't want to. And I don't get the sense that he's passed on at this point. But I don't get the sense that he's, changed a lot either.
Okay. How about babies? Babies with my kids.
Like grandchildren?
Yeah.
Is he going to tell me? Right now, the momentum is in that direction that at least one of them will have kids. I don't know which one, but right now the momentum is in that direction that you'll be around for it. So not to worry.
And will Brandon ever settle down, get married? He's the older one.
He's not married, Brandon. He's not going to tell me that. None of your business, he says. None of your business, Mom. Quit trying to control it. Let him live his life. He's doing great. Yeah. It's his life. Let him live it. You focus on yours.
When can I retire? I've been doing this.
Okay, here's his answer. When do you want to? And why?
Now.
Why?
I'm sick of doing this job. I've done it for 11 years and I hate sitting like this. I can't sit at a desk for hours.
Right. Okay. He's saying this path that we're talking about, that for you to understand your heart and has the access to the wisdom, this thing that he said, this is how you figure out what and when and why and where. You have the answer. It's there. You just go inside. There is no definitive. This is completely up to you. You could leave that job right now and understand that you're fine. You've always been fine. It hasn't always been easy for you, but that's been your perspective. You have always been fine. You are not in the vibration of homelessness, and you never will be. You are not in the vibration of having to depend on your children, and you never will be. It has nothing to do with the job you have now. It is you. It is who you are. You could leave that job. You could begin doing anything, turn left, turn right, following inspiration, and you would still be just fine. It isn't the job that's keeping you fine.
You know, one of my dreams would be to get like a camper and just go across country and do all the national. I love to hike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's giving me that about you, like outdoors, you know, yeah, Colorado,
I would
Vermont.
love to do that, even if it was for 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Then he says, then do that. There's this is just something that I know from my work and over the years, and that is that when you're inspired to something like that, the inspiration isn't necessarily, Billie, to get in your car, go to a thing, rent the RV, come back, pack your stuff, quit the job, tell everybody, go and get on the road. That's not the inspiration. The inspiration is one thing that you can do in this moment. And what, if you're inspired to that, then what could you do in this moment? Maybe you've done certain things. Maybe this moment could be, I'm going to look up RV rental and see what that costs and what that would take. That's it. That's the end of it. That's all you're going to do. When you're inspired to something like that, there is one thing, one action you can take right now. And that's what you do. You just take that action. If you're driving somewhere and your inspiration is turn left here, and you think to yourself, nope, I can't because I'm going to be late. And you say, no, I'm going to follow my inspiration. I'm going to turn left. Something will happen. Everything will work out. You are who you are. Your vibration is what it is. You are being led all the time. If you are not enjoying the job, go inside, wait, watch what else shows up for you to move to do. The job will fade away if it isn't for you anymore. You've done what you can do there.
Yeah,
that's fine. You're aware of that. Meditate, do these things, whatever this 40-day, I don't know that exists. We're going to have to look this up. 40-day Savannah, whatever that is, and the mandala. These are important for you. These are things they're wanting you to study, to read, to do. And meditation is another one. And the 528 megahertz is another one. Start doing that and watch. I trust them.
Okay.
It's amazing what they give and how poignant it is for you. And you'll watch, and everything will begin to change. This hardcore figuring it out is not where it's going to happen. That's what he clearly said. This mandala is a spiritual journey, represents from outside to the inner core. Yeah. You are now leaving outside. You are going inside. This outside bullshit, the job, the man, the grandchildren, the children, what everybody else is doing, where you're living, they are clearly telling you, stop it. Okay. Go inside now, and let's watch what happens to the outside as you change and get to know what's in here. Meditate, start listening, quiet your mind, listen to us. Take the first step, look up the RV, do this, call a friend who's done that before, map out a route, do whatever it is that you can do in this moment. Do it. That's all he's saying. And that's what this Bastet is saying. That's where they're leading you, inside. So those are the things for you to look up. The mandala, Bastet, let's see what that is. 40-day Savannah, the 528 megahertz, and finding a meditation to sit and listen to that while you meditate. And then this, is that right? Okay. All right. They're saying I didn't say this. I must have scribbled it and I didn't say it to you. What you are going for, where they're leading you, is something they're calling a state of Shri, SHRI, Kala Chakra, I think that's KALACHAKRA. So we're going to look that up too, or you will. And that's it. They are complete with you.
Okay.
Do these things. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. I'm anxious to do this.
Are you?
I have one more question.
Yeah, sure. Go
There's
ahead.
a guy that is in my world and has been for years, and I don't know what to do with him. He's not a good guy. I mean,
Oh, really?
I think he really likes me, but he's got the maturity of a 13-year-old.
Yeah. Right. Well, so what's your question? Should you keep going out with them or?
Yeah, what should I do with him? I mean, he would cry if I told him I wouldn't want to see him again. He's in a slump. He wants to come. He comes down for weeks at times.
Well, there's nothing. I mean, there's no feeling from them either way. It's follow the fun. If you enjoy the time, enjoy the time. It doesn't have to mean anything. It's not taking you away from something else. If you are not following your inspiration to go on a trip or do something else because this person is there and you're obligated, that's a different story altogether. If this person shows up and you enjoy some time and then they leave, and there's nothing to, nothing to worry about. It's not anything to do or not do. Spending time expressing your love and enjoying someone else's company is always beneficial.
Well, I love the way Randy showed up. I love how you picked up on the kids' names. That was cool. And
yeah, you go back and listen to it all, you'll go, what the heck? It's, it's funny. I've got it all written like down. Yeah. Like written all down here. Like even things that I don't say, like, like, is your birthday in September?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and is Brittany's in January?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and they give me things and I just don't even, it comes so fast. I don't even like say it. So, just
how long have you been doing? How did this happen? You always been?
No, it's not even been a year.
Are you kidding?
Mm-mm. No, I have a lot of different psychic abilities. So I have the medium thing was the first thing that showed up, and that was in November of last year. So that's been right at a year. It was the first thing where, I joke and say, the dead people. But from there, I have psychic vision now, future, past, and present.
What do you think is going to be present?
With a lot of clarity. And I can timestamp now, I've learned, which means I can be in a location and tell everything that's happened. So I can maybe be in front of an old building and my friend can say, what year is this building built? And I can see it and I can get it. And then we can look it up or look at a plaque or something. And yep, that was it. I can find things. I can remote view sometimes, depending on the person. I have a friend, yeah, it's really good. You know what that is? So for example, this friend of mine that I'm real close to plays poker. And I went in and I said, okay, I'm texting him and I said, the table looks like this. This is here. This is here. This is the carpet, this color chair. And he's taking pictures like, you're exactly right. And I said, okay, there's a girl sitting next to you. She's got short blonde hair, kind of curly. She's a little overweight. She's not a great poker player, but her name is Stephanie. See if you can find her. She should be right next to you. So he looked at the woman next to him and he said, excuse, he should kind of fit my description, and he said, are you Stephanie? And she said, no, I'm not, but that's Stephanie right here. So right behind him. And he said, that woman, totally. So that's remote viewing where I can look through and I can pretty much right now, I think I can only do that with him as I'm just, really, really connected with him. So, but I know I can find things. A friend of mine lost her wallet just yesterday or day before. And she called me and I told her what I saw, where I believed it was, and it was in the car. And she said, no, I've torn the car apart. She went and tore the car apart again. She couldn't find it. And I said, well, I must be wrong. I don't know, but I'll keep thinking. I'll see if anything else comes. The next morning she texted, she said, I just found my wallet. It was in the car. So just I can do all kinds of stuff. It's great.
There were days where we thought we wouldn't make it out, but we stuck it.